I have a situation very similar to Graham, but in my case, it was not a person being totally clueless. It was a person that kind of left themselves open for comment. As you know, in 2011, I spent a little bit of time in the hospital. I was in, actually, if you go back to October 2010, I was in the hospital 3 days for pneumonia. And then in May of 2011, I was in 2 weeks for pulmonary embolism. In August of 2011, I was in 2 weeks for cellulitis. In October of 2011, I had a little bit of a breathing issue, and that was because of a fluid buildup, and I was in 2 weeks for that. So I spent a lot of time in the hospital. Plus, October, November, December, January, February, and March, I had 6 treatments of chemotherapy. And when you go through a round of chemotherapy, that's about $50,000 per round. I had 6 rounds of it. So just to treat the cancer, that's $300,000. There's no way I could ever pay that back. That's a lot of money. So what the hospital has done is set me up with charity care. You see, I've applied for insurance in the past, but because I have pre-existing medical conditions, because I'm overweight, insurance companies have turned me down. I cannot get insurance. So they set you up with what's called charity care. Now, charity care pays for a good bit of the bill. There are a few things that it does not pay for. And one of those things that it does not pay for is the emergency room. And there's a few other doctors that it doesn't pay for. So out of the $300,000 or more that has been used by me in the hospital, I might owe them a total of maybe $3,200, which is very, very reasonable. So what happened was they told me that when I received one of these doctor's bills or hospital bills, they gave me an approval letter for the charity care that I get. They told me to make about 20 Xerox copies, and then when I get a hospital bill or a doctor bill in, to attach the approval letter Xerox copy to it and send it off for the payment. Charity care would take care of it. Then after a while, charity care would just pick up on it. I wouldn't receive any more bills, which was great. And for the most part, this is what happened. But there were a few things that were not covered by the charity care. So rather than the charity care saying, we're not covered by this, in other words, you have to pay this out of pocket or you have to have insurance, we're not covered by the charity care. When I sent off the Xerox copy to them, they never replied back to me. I could have been paying them like maybe $10 a month all the way through, over a year. They never ever got back to me. So what happened is after a while I got a call from a collection agency. And that's when I found out that these ones that are not covered, I still owe them money. Now my intention is to pay them. But you see, they want 100% of the money like that. They're dreaming. I can pay them so much per month. When I get done paying all my bills, put gas in my car, put food on my table, I have about $100 left per month that I can spend on anything. So I can put $100 per month towards medical. So when I was talking with this guy that called from the collection agency, on the phone he goes, do you have any credit cards? And I'm like, no, I do not have credit cards. I have a debit card, but that's linked to my bank account, so once again, $100 per month. I said I can give you the debit card number. $100 per month is the maximum I can pay. And then he goes, and he left himself open on this one, he goes, do you have anybody that you can borrow the money from? Well, that's like saying, borrow the money from this person, borrow the money from that person. And then they're leaving it up to me to pay that person back. Well, how can I pay that person back if I'm paying them? They expect that they want to get paid right away, but now the person I would borrow it from would wait. Now, that wouldn't be fair to the person I would borrow it from. So what I did was I came back to him right away, and they said, do you have anybody that you can borrow it from? I said, how about if I borrow it from you? That's where they were a little bit clueless. Okay, they left themselves open on that comment. Said, how about if I borrow it from you? You lend me the money and I'll pay you back. And the guy's like, oh, no, can't do that. Can't do that. Okay, we're here to collect a bill. I says, well, I want to pay the bill, but I can afford $100 per month. So after haggling with them on the phone for probably about a half an hour, they said, well, okay, we'll set you up on a payment plan for $100 a month. Now, guess what? If something else comes in, a different collection agency, I can't pay that different collection agency because I'm paying this one. Unless this one wants to go down to $50 a month and I can pay $50 to the other, why not pay the bills off? And I do not have credit cards. I do not ring up debt. But I can't control how my health is. I would love to have insurance. Believe me, I've tried to get insurance, but they turned me down. But I only have so much per month that I can afford to put towards medical. It's $100. $100 per month I got to put toward medical. And that's it. So I thought you might like that storygram. I just let you know a little bit about my situation. So it happens to all of us, I guess. So thank you for listening. Have a great day. Thank you for allowing me to bore you. Bye.